Hello, fellow Reachers, and welcome back to a new, fantastic, award-winning, controversial podcast. And we've got quite a show lined up for you today. We have a special guest, Big Pauly. He's not really very well known, but, you know, we've got to get what we can with these pretty bad times.
Exactly. Big Pauly was actually found, funnily enough, by our very own Martha Goggins, who infiltrated his Facebook group.
Oh.
And that's how we were able to acquire an interview with the very jolly man.
I'm surprised he even knows how to create a Facebook. Not because he's an idiot, but because of his sausage fingers.
Well, that's something we can possibly ask him once he comes into the studio for a full-length interview.
I mean, he strikes me as a very large man. I don't know if he'll even fit through the door.
Well, we've got good old Lance Anderson in as always, and he has come to us with a nice pallet of butter. So that hopefully won't be a problem. Anyway, we've also got, as always, annoying James Johnson.
Fantastic. Recurring feature on the podcast. Can't get rid of that one.
Exactly. That is actually Lord Partridgedale's favourite feature on this podcast.
Is it really?
It is.
We won't be able to get rid of that then.
Exactly. I mean, he funds this show and it's his absolute favourite thing to listen to of a Saturday, so...
Well, I mean, the mind of Lord Christian obviously knows best, so we will keep that feature until he changes his mind, I guess.
Excellent.
Also, we're going to be coming at you with a little Black Lives Matter section because we have been accused of being racist in the past, and this will hopefully prove that we're not.
Exactly. I mean, Clockricher German has fought off quite a few allegations this year, and I speak on behalf of the entire Reicher podcast show, where I say we are not racist and that we will be bringing on a real black man.
Yeah. George Pancaketaster, everyone, will be making his return to the studio. Last seen last year...
It was the Halloween podcast, wasn't it?
Around Halloween time. And I've honestly forgot what he came as, but it was something that was very bizarre.
Wait, hang on. Didn't he come dressed as a pancake?
Oh, he did, yeah. Anyway, I think he'll be doing something with pancakes later on in the studio, so that's relevant, I guess. It's also the return of our live student audience. Obviously, social distancing measures have been taken into place. The old 2-meter gap between each seat.
I think the sound effects guy went over the whole spiel of what rules are in place now for the audience that have come into the studio for this one.
Just to make sure everyone complies, they are wearing face masks and are tied to the chairs. No, I'm only joking. But they are. They have been briefed what rules they can follow, and we have upped the ticket price slightly just to ensure there's no messing around in the studio.
Well, that's a very good thing. Speaking of very good things, we've got an update on the status of Anita Shklovsky, speaking of the Halloween podcast.
Does anyone really care about her, or?
Well, we've had a few emails, surprisingly, asking, is she well? Asking about her well-being, so...
Oh.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked by that as well, but for those that did want an update on Anita... more on that later.
You're going to have to wait and watch the full podcast
to find out what happens to Anita.
Dear me, and we've also got Ross Wilcox singing us out again with a very controversial gangster rap that he's come up with. I guess he's just testing the waters as to what he can and can't get away with, but I'd never had him down as a rapper.
No, I was going to say it's good to see him cross boundaries on other genres where he's probably not welcome on their kind of territory.
Bit apprehensive about that one. Might have to cut that from the show depending on what it's about.
We'll wait and see. But anyway, Mong news.
Mong news. So I guess we'll kick it off with James has completed his quest to find his proton pack. So if we can have a big round of applause in the studio audience.
Let's hear it for James Johnson wasting $3,000 on some plastic. Come on, everyone. There we go there, brilliant.
Although that was... it wasn't really a genuine round of applause because I don't think anyone admires this quest at all. I mean, it's a waste of money. He's not gonna... Well, he is gonna use the proton pack, but it's not gonna give him any financial gain in the future.
Do you think this is now the end of his channel?
Yeah.
His channel has been spiraling out of control for how long, but...
I mean, he hasn't uploaded within a month, so I guess this is not only just the end of his channel, but the end of his life.
Excellent.
Although I think he is still waiting on that sex change, so not entirely the end of his life.
Well, I guess this is the end of the My DVD Reviews channel.
Although, as one door closes, another opens. Gareth Archer's back.
Oh wow! Well, the last time we heard about Gareth, he was basically just mugging us off, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, let me clarify. He's not necessarily back in employment, but he is back on YouTube, so there you go.
Brilliant.
So, literally earning nothing, which at least he did used to pick up quite a decent pay packet with us, but he decided to test the producers of the show, and it backfired.
He faced our reckoning.
He's back on YouTube reviewing boxes of shit.
Literally,
and taste testing water. So I guess that's it for Mong news. Nothing really interesting's happened. James hasn't really made a show of himself other than the proton pack ordeal, so
I believe Clockridge German is growing all the more impatient with the lack of content to make into Bala James Maury Season 3.
Fantastic. I mean, if you are going to fund a series, that is the one to do it with.
So we're just basically waiting for James to pull his finger out and actually start uploading some shit.
Fantastic. Although I don't think that will happen because he's too busy shoving the nozzle of that proton pack firmly up his rectum.
Video on that probably coming soon.
Although, yeah, we might have to upload that to an X-rated site. Or we might even have to create our own OnlyFans and pop that on there.
Mong fans.
Mong fans. We may even open up a Patreon to fund such
adventures,
sexual ordeal. I don't know.
Anyway, I believe Big Pauly has been waiting to come in now for at least 10 minutes.
Has he? Oh, well, best go and see where he is then. I haven't actually seen him in the studio. Let's just...
Do you think we'll need Lance to lava the doorway to get him in?
Yeah, well, he has made some adjustments to the door, actually. He's sawed through the main doorway just to make it a little bit bigger.
Oh, I can see it.
Yeah, just to make it bigger for a fat man to actually come in. And even then, I think he might have to enter sideways. So let me just... I guess there's no door to open, but let me just shout down the stairway. Big Pauly! What are you doing? You'll never believe this, but he's just sat down there having a full cake.
Right, well, that's probably just a snack, I would have thought.
Right, well, let's shout again. Right, up here, you fat bastard!
Is he coming?
Yep.
Brilliant.
Here he comes. Bloody hell. Jesus Christ. You're right, Big Pauly lad, you're quite big, aren't you? Oh, gee, we might have to just, right, Lance?
Right, I'm here. Where do you need me?
Right, okay. Have you got that high-vis jacket on? Because we might need to direct Big Pauly into the.
I've brought the indicators with me to do this, to back him into the room.
Right, okay. Big Pauly, you just move to the side. No, enter sideways like a crab. Yeah? Right, okay. Oh, God, he's stuck. Jesus Christ.
Big Pauly, look at me. This way. I'm indicating you to come this way.
Oh! Hey, right. What a mess. He's covered in chocolate cake. He's, it looks like he's had the same trousers on for about a year.
Lance, have you got a hose pipe to sort this out?
Right, you go and fetch that then, and we'll... Oh, no, wait a minute. No, he's through. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, fucking hell, he's fallen on the floor. Right, okay, Big Pauly.
Oh no, I'm all right, my dears. You don't need to bother about me. I'm all right. I'm all right.
Right, can we get you sat on a chair, or can your ass handle? Can the chair handle your ass?
Do you want some support there, Big Pauly?
No, I'm perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine.
Right, well, let's get you sat down. Can I get you a drink or something?
I usually just take lard or butter, melted butter. Do you have any of that?
Well, no, it's not really a beverage that we serve, I'm afraid. We've got some sparkling water, if that'll do you.
Oh no, I prefer butter.
What about tap water?
Do you have any milk?
I don't think we do, actually. Lance, have we got any milk?
No, we don't.
I will just have tap water. It'll be fine.
Right, well, there you go.
Thank you very much. As I was saying, I like butter. Melted butter. I just like to slurp it up all day long.
Well, you don't get to that size by not slurping it all day long, I will have to say that, Big Pauly.
Oh, don't be stupid.
Right, well, now that we've got you settled, it's great to have you here. I must admit, I'm a long-time fan of yours, Big Pauly.
As am I, Big Pauly. Would you like to just introduce yourself to the viewers?
Big Pauly here, back again with another video. I mean, a podcast. A bit about me. Philanthropist, philosopher, psychologist, radio biologist, scientist of long-loving nature, naturist, and a big-time a bowel movement enthusiast.
Right, well, that definitely sounds like you've got quite the background and a lot of qualifications there, Big Pauly.
Oh yes, well, I am a academic of sorts. That is why I work a regular 9-to-5 job in a office block.
Right, well, that definitely says a lot about you. Well, we did actually ask the viewers to submit some questions for this interview, so I hope you don't mind us sort of running through these, maybe do like a little speed round with you.
Yes, of course. Let's get on to the good stuff.
Yeah, so the viewers have very enthusiastically emailed in these questions. There's a lot of them. We've had to sort through the most relevant ones.
We had quite a few that overlap, surprisingly.
Surprisingly, yeah. But I guess we just mainly picked out the ones that would be more interesting to hear the answers to. So the first one: are you a homosexual man? Because you sound it.
No. The thing is with me is I'm extremely camp and extremely bubbly.
Right, well, we've got some very camp and bubbly people that often come on the show, surprisingly. So, I mean, you might just become a fan favourite at some point, Big Pauly.
Although I may be gay. I don't know. I may be. So, but I don't think I am.
Right. Well, I mean, we have a lot of single munters that may be interested in going on a date with you. Would you be interested in branching out to any of these, as I say, single munters? Because Mole Woman has recently divorced Ashley McGee.
That's something that I think we need to explore later on.
Yeah, that's going to be more on that later, but just briefly for now, would you go out with this woman? I'll show you a picture of her now on the screen, just get her up. There you go.
Oh! Yes, my lovely, I would be up here like a rat in a drain pipe.
Right, well, that's a new angle to you that I didn't think we'd see today.
Yeah, I guess Ashley McGee, watch out, because Big Pauly's gonna steal your woman. You can call her a woman.
Well, a mole woman, let's call her for what she is.
She's kind of got the physical stature of a reversing dump truck, which I guess that really does coincide with your physical appearance as well, Big Pauly. So both of you would just get on like a house on fire, I would imagine.
Oh, yes, I can't wait to get my hands on that lovely.
Oh, that's spicy stuff there, Pauly. So
Really?
a couple of other viewer questions that we've had. Another one that really repeated quite a lot, actually, was why do you upload to your YouTube channel so often?
Well, that is because I have no life. I do tend to get quite bored of life. And there's only so much you can buy online. So I thought I might as well make videos of my tragic life.
Well, I wouldn't call it a tragic life. It's very entertaining.
Office worker, philanthropist, psychologist.
Right, well, we got that angle, so that's fine there.
Medical student.
Right. You do like to boast about your achievements, don't you, Big Pauly?
Well, no one's going to do it for you, are they, really?
No, I suppose not.
So let's move on. You know, we saw you gobbling down at least 2 whole birthday cakes earlier. I guess that leads us into the next question. What's your favourite food?
Oh, what a great question. All of it.
What do you mean by that, Big Pauly?
All of it.
Well, what we were trying to narrow down, we appreciate that you enjoy consuming food through the method of putting it in your mouth, chewing it, swallowing it, and then shitting it out later. But exactly which of the foods that you do ingest do you enjoy the most?
Lard.
Right.
Big old chunks of lard. Just gobble, gobble, gobble in my mouth.
Right. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting something with a bit more substance, maybe.
You strike me as the kind of guy that would enjoy something like pizza.
Oh, yeah, I do like pizza. But you don't get this far on by just having that.
Just to note there, Big Pauly slapped his ass just then, just to let everyone know what that was.
Oh, yeah, I'm a very sexual being. I have a lot of fluids in the balls that need to be released. And especially now I have that mole woman, I can just get it like that and just spread her over the fucking desk and empty me balls right into her. Ooh, that would feel divine.
I think you're getting a bit too full of yourself, Pauly, to be honest with you. Why don't you just calm down? Because you're getting all clammy.
Oh.
Are you all right? Do you need another drink of water?
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm just that was a bit getting a bit excited about emptying my balls for the first time into a woman.
Right. Okay. I guess we'll move on to the next question then. Do you enjoy going out and publicly exposing yourself?
Oh well, I don't really do that, to be honest with you.
Oh, well, that's funny because we have video evidence of you going out and doing it. I don't know if you'd like to see this, just to prove a point.
We've got evidence of you in HMV, in CEX, and in Sainsbury's, exposing yourself completely nude.
Oh fucking hell! Yeah, I do that once in a while, but it's a bit I'm a naturist. That's the thing. I'm a naturist.
Right.
You know, if you carry on doing things like that, well, you'll probably get locked up.
You're not going to be uploading for a while, let me tell you that.
Oh, it doesn't really matter, really.
Right, okay. Well,
I'll leave that one alone, I suppose.
Leave that one alone. Favourite film you've ever watched while taking your clothes off, then?
Oh, I don't know about that. I think that new Netflix movie, Cuties, is quite a good one.
You are aware of the controversy surrounding that movie, are you not, Big Pauly?
Oh no, but it just seems like quite a good one to sort of strip off to. Do you know what I mean?
No, actually.
No, I don't think anyone in the studio or the world would agree with you there, Pauly. I think you've dug yourself a bit of a hole, to be quite honest with you. To be quite honest with you, Big Pauly. Yeah, I mean, did you put anything in Big Pauly's water because he seems a bit intoxicated?
No, he's drinking tap water, so I don't really know why he's behaving like this. I've never known him to behave in such a way.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll just I'll calm down now.
Oh wait, hang on. Do you see that bright light under the door?
I do. Wait, let me just go and I don't even know what that is. Let me just open it. Oh, Jesus! Bloody hell! I'll have to put my sunglasses on. I don't know what this is all about. Oh God! What the bloody hell's that?
What's that sound?
Jesus Christ! There's something coming up the stairs. Let me just have a little look. What the hell is that? Oh my God.
Oh, I think this might be my appointment.
What do you mean your appointment, Pauly?
Big Pauly. The Catholic Church wants to talk to you. We are all very excited about your new idea to introduce this new brilliant film to us on Netflix.
Pauly, who is this?
Pauly is being led out of the studio by this mysterious-looking Pope, everyone. And he is... There is a struggle taking place at the doorway, but he's through the doorway now.
I think that was a cleaner exit than it was an entrance.
He hasn't uttered a word since leaving the studio.
I am very concerned.
So am I, especially due to him not being in the greatest of mental states, judging by his interview.
I mean, we can only hope that, well, the religion sets him straight, I guess, but...
I think we might have to make just a bit of a mental health awareness week in the next podcast, just to follow up on what actually has just happened.
I mean, I know full well for a fact that I'm still perplexed as to what's actually occurred.
I don't think it's worth dwelling on the matter, to be honest. I think, he's left the studio now. Let's get on with some more features, I guess. Annoying James Johnson.
Annoying James Johnson. Let's read through the exciting emails that you guys have sent in. We basically advertised this one as where we can bring the winner onto the podcast, since now we've got the live studio audience again.
Fantastic. We are going to be taking part in a phone call to the winner, and the winner of the contest this week will be reading out their brutal comment live on air.
Fantastic. Well, let's have a look through the emails.
Let's do that. So we've had some very interesting entries to the series this month, starting off with a user called Korean Dave, and that is, as many of you know, is King Kong's personal best friend and bodyguard, I believe.
Fantastic stuff. What has he got to say on James?
Well, he's just simply put, would you trade that pack thing, mate? I've got a mate who's into bondage, and I reckon he would enjoy wearing that while being ranged up the shitter.
Great.
Also, my other mate, Ken Kong, is selling some illegal DVDs. Are you interested? He has 10 copies of Men in Black 2 going spare.
Wow, well, for one thing, it's good to see some advertising royalties for Ken Kong's illegal DVDs.
Yeah, although we best not brand them illegal because he probably wouldn't get any custom. But what I will say, if you are interested in Ken's services, the back alleys of Chinatown are the best place to catch him.
Excellent. We've also got Tony Gordon creeping onto the scene from the cobbles, as it would be. And he says, if you came round my neck of the woods wearing that proton pack, you'd be a goner, you little wee puff boy.
Very strong words from Mr. Gordon there. Always great to have an ex-businessman on the show.
It definitely is.
The next one's from a very strange account called The Movie Flub, who's just simply put, I am not in the mood for this. I have instead decided to run a long pointless bath full of toasters. This is what you do to people, fuckhead.
Wow, I didn't think James would be driving people to suicide, I guess.
I'm sure we gave away a toaster as a prize on one of the previous episodes of Annoying James Johnson as well.
Well, at least we're not held accountable, because I don't think we gave it to the movie Flub.
Well, very true.
We've got another quite interesting comment. This one's actually from the official YouTube partner program.
Oh?
Exactly. Well, I guess it speaks for itself. The partner program has said that this video, meaning I believe this was commented on the Proton Pack unboxing video he did. This video will be taken down for copyright in approximately 20 hours. If you remove it before then, we will not take the case further and a strike will not be added to your account. P.S. You have ruined your chance of becoming a YouTube partner. Enjoy your last day or so on our site.
Well, like that was ever going to happen anyway, but it's good to know that YouTube has recognised James Johnson's channel as just basically a shitposting channel with tons of copyright infringement on there.
It really is. It's just such a shame to see such unoriginal content.
And I guess the final one that a comment has been left by is May to December. And he's just simply put, when I saw this Proton Pack, James, lights on all, I could think it was Christmas lights, lol. Are the batteries easy to replace, or is it chargeable since it will easily run the battery out? I would think you'd better be careful with it. Looks like it could break fairly easy.
Oh my God.
After many uses. Also, why leave the TV on when you're recording the video, lol? Kind of took away from the video, and I couldn't agree more.
Well, I think Made to December, who is a close friend of ours, actually, funnily enough,
Yeah.
he's really hit the nail on the head as far as criticising James's content.
I mean, he has a point with the fact that the Proton Pack looks flimsy, it can break easily, it looks cheap, he's been ripped off. The TV's on in the background, very unprofessional.
Exactly. Nothing about James's videos are, by any stretch, professional.
Well, I think that comment just takes the cake, and therefore we are announcing May to December the winner of this week's, or this month's Annoying James Johnson.
That's fantastic. I was also going to say, just scrolling through the comments on this video, I'd also like to give a very mild shout out to Alex Trinder, who has said just simply, "Looks awesome, mate," which is definitely sarcasm.
Yeah, definitely. That is a close contender for the first place, but I think we'd have to give that the runner-up spot.
Exactly so, and I definitely think that Malcolm is well worth the prize this month, which I believe is just a stack of ice cream cones.
Well, hopefully he can use those to cover his ears while he's watching the next James Johnson video.
Or just stick them all in his mouth.
Stick the rest in his mouth and 2 to cover his ears.
So shall we contact Made to December?
I have his number here, actually. Obviously, we are close friends with him, so might as well. Although that isn't why he's won. I'd just like to say.
I was going to say, yeah, let's make sure that it doesn't appear unfair. We just happen to very closely know Made to December.
Let's give him a bell, I guess.
Hey guys, it's me, Malcolm.
Oh, congratulations, Malcolm.
You have won the first place prize of some ice cream cones for your Annoying James Johnson entry. How do you feel?
Oh guys, that's really good to hear.
Your comment was definitely superior this month. We noticed your new video with Mole Woman slagging off James.
Well, I tell you what, guys, why don't you just take that clip off my live stream there and just put it on your channel?
Oh, thanks a lot, Malcolm. We appreciate your permission to use your audio, I guess. Yeah, thanks a lot. That helps us out.
Because me and Tash, we were talking about James for about 50 minutes, and it got quite heated, I'll give it that.
Yeah, we noticed upon listening that it did get quite into a heated James Johnson anti-protest.
It was definitely getting kind of controversial for your May to December channel there, Malcolm.
A lot of truth was spoken in that as well.
Well, it's just how I feel about him, but anyway, I'm going to have to go now, guys, because Donna's making me a sandwich.
All right, Malcolm, enjoy the cones.
Right, that was Malcolm May to December, everyone.
Well, I mean, what an amazing guy. One of the regular Patreons of our podcast, and, you know, he has donated a lot of money throughout the months. I think a grand total of £161, which for a man in his line of work of doing the bins is a lot of money.
It definitely is. He's a very notable guy, and I definitely think we should bring him on as a special guest at some point.
I definitely think that would be quite conclusive to the James Johnson saga, whatever that means.
We also teased earlier as well that, basically a lot of fans have been sort of crawling for an answer as to what actually happened to Anita Shklovsky, who featured in our Halloween special.
Well, we can just put everyone's mind at rest by saying she's dead. Shall we move on to the Black Lives Matter section of the podcast?
Yeah, go on then.
Undoubtedly the the most important part of the show this month.
Yeah, the Black Lives Matter thing has been something that Clockricher German has really wanted to push hard on the channel just for diversity reasons.
I can see why. And speaking of all things black, here's George Pancaketaster's just walked into the studio. What's that he's got in his hand as well? Is that a tray of...
Are those burnt pancakes?
Hello, I have a big surprise for you, all the way from Nigeria.
It's good to have you here in the studio, George. Is that like a bin bag you're wearing as an apron?
Yes, it gets the food not on my clothes, but on the bag.
Right, he's also wearing Crocs as well, which is an observation to be made.
And well, what have you got for us there, George? Can you explain what you've done to those pancakes?
I have accidentally burnt them.
Well, on the bright side, they are black, and what better way to celebrate the Black Lives Matter movement than eating horrid burnt pancakes?
Yes.
So George is serving those out now.
Do you know what? Put them back on the tray, and you can get your arse back into the kitchen to make some more. That's not acceptable. You know, we are paying you good money to be here, and you're just serving us. You're taking the piss, George, to be quite honest. You're taking the piss. So you traipse yourself back into the kitchen and get rustling up some more pancakes, all right, boy?
Yes. I will do that right now.
Well, I'll tell you what George, if I think to give the live studio audience and those listening at home a full sort of breakdown of how George goes about the pancake cooking method, if I take the spare microphone down into the kitchen there, we can get some live coverage of if you think that's a good idea.
Yeah, fantastic. I think for health and safety reasons, though, maybe get him to change that bin bag and get him a proper apron.
I think we should get him one of those COVID masks as well.
Well, yeah, that's just it. I mean, I think he should have had that in the first place, but I don't really know why he doesn't. But
anyway, yeah, we'll get onto that.
Fantastic, yeah. If that can happen, that'd be great. Right, he's gone now. And we are paying George an extra £1.50 this week. He does work behind the scenes on the podcast, in the kitchen mainly, cooking all of our food. But, just to recognise his sort of blackness and black nature of his skin, we've decided to pay him an extra £1.50 just while all this nonsense is going on, just to make him feel a bit more valued and more privileged, really.
And he has earned that.
He has earned that. He used to be on $7.50 an hour, now he's on $8.50, which is pretty good. We're on $17.50, obviously. Well, much more than that, but we do pay ourselves as well as sort of like earning the money on the Reicher family business as well. So
there's quite a lot of money to go around.
It really is. Lance Anderson, I think he's on £10.90, but he's kind of an engineer. So Ross Wilcock, we pay £9. I mean, that does look bad because, he is just a chef and he doesn't do as many hours. So that's not racist. So even though out of the, I think, 30 odd people working in the studio, even though George is the lowest paid, he's definitely the most appreciated, wouldn't you say?
I'd say he definitely does work the hardest out of the staff that are on temporary basis.
I mean, we had a few Christmas temps just sort of rustling around the wires, untangling a few things, mainly students, mainly 17, 18-year-olds just looking for a work placement. They were on about £9 an hour.
So it's only fair that we match that for George.
It really is. I mean, I think he's been on $7.50 for about past year now.
I didn't even think we paid him at first.
Well, it's kitchen staff, innit? So, I mean, they are scum. But, I mean, it's kind of just like, what do you expect for just rustling up a bit of food? Do you know what I mean?
Well, he's lucky to really even have such a position.
I tell you what, we'll round it to 10. So we'll just round it to 10, I think.
£10.
Yeah, £10, yeah. But although the quality of the pancakes were quite bad today, so let's bring it back down to £8.50.
Right, well, I guess I'll get the Bluetooth microphone and I'll go down to where George is now and I'll feed back to you up here in the studio, if that's all right.
Excellent, yeah. I'd just like to nip it in the bud as well. He is the only black member of the studio and he's getting paid, great money.
He is getting paid.
He's getting paid. Right, let's go down to the kitchen.
Right, can you guys hear me up there in the studio?
We can. We've got a very crystal clear image of George holding a pan.
Oh, this is brilliant. Well, I'm obviously stood here now with George making the pancakes, so it looks as though he's putting the batter together. George, can you tell me what you're actually doing there?
So what I'm going to do for the big surprise for you is to put 100 grams of plain flour into the sort of bowl thing, and put 2 eggs and 300 milliliters of milk in there as well. And then also, do not forget this one, the 1 tablespoon of the sunflower and vegetable oil, and mix it up to create batter.
Oh, this is really intricate stuff. I can see there you've also got Sainsbury's branded ingredients there, is that right?
Yes. So put that aside for 20 minutes, because it needs to set, I think. Anyway, what we're going to do after that is get the frying pan and put a bit of oil in the pan. Then we put the pancake mixture in the pan, and you put it all together and put the pancakes out for you to eat.
Right, well, let's hope that this time you do not burn them, I guess.
I have a very, very good surprise for you.
Oh, really? What's that there, George?
I have put a little bit of coconut extract in there as well.
Oh, to add a little bit of flavour, I presume.
No.
Oh?
Oh, so yes, to add the flavour.
That's that's fantastic stuff there, George.
This is great, but we're getting a bit bored in the studio audience. Can we come back up?
George, do you think you can bring those up for the end of the show?
Yes, I have a big surprise for you.
Oh, well, this is something that I cannot wait to see. Well, I guess back to you and the audience there in the studio.
Right, so, he is a great chef, I guess, but that's kind of rounded this segment up, so we're going to go right on to a feature that we've recently just introduced, and that's Mole Woman's life stories. And I guess this week she's rejected Ashley McGee, and we're gonna eventually recommend her to Big Pauly because I think they'd get on like a house on fire. But we do have Ashley McGee on the phone, or we should do, just to explain the breakup.
Right, well, let's get Ashley McGee on the phone. Is he there?
I believe he's on the line now. Ashley, can you hear us?
Hi-ho. Hi-ho.
Okay,
Hello to you as well, Ashley.
Hi-ho. Hi-ho.
Are you okay? I mean, I know you've just gone through a breakup, quite a major breakup with Mole Woman.
Yeah, she's dumped me again.
Again? Oh.
How many times has this happened to you, Ashley?
4.
4 times?
I didn't even think you'd been out with her that many times.
Yes, she's been with me for 4 times.
Right. Wow.
That's very interesting there, Ashley. Could you tell us what the breakup was actually about?
Woman. Pissed. Bed.
She did what?
Woman. Pissed. Bed.
She pissed the bed.
Yes.
Right. I guess that is. So you broke up with her then?
No. She pissed and left me.
Yeah, she really did you wrong there. She pissed the bed and then broke up with you. That's pretty tragic, actually, if you don't mind me saying. She completely mugged you off.
I mean, was this like a territorial thing? Is this something that moles do?
She's previously shut in the food waste bin.
Right. I guess that's because it's waste, right?
It's just not acceptable.
Well, you're quite right there, Ashley. It's not. Is there anything else you want to say about Mole Woman?
She's a fucking bitch.
Right.
Right, well, Ashley, you've got our full support, I suppose, with the situation that you are going through.
Yeah, I mean, we don't condone bedwetting, as previously stated in the last podcast.
Regardless of whether you're an animal or not.
Yeah, I know Wet Movie 1's a right bedwetter, so maybe we can get them two on a date. Mole Woman and Wet Movie 1. Maybe we can send them on like a sort of triangle date, like a three-way date with Mole Woman, Big Pauly, Wet Movie.
That would be an interesting concept for maybe a dating section to the podcast.
Yeah, maybe Mole Woman Goes Dating as a new sort of element to the show. But yeah, we are very sorry for your, I guess, your loss, Ashley. Yeah, but there's nothing else we can say on the matter, really. We just wanted to sort of hear the latest.
Well, I'm happy to be on the the show.
Right.
Well, thanks for coming on there, Ashley, and I guess that leads us straight into our ending with good old Ross Wilcock coming in to sing us some gangster rap, I believe.
Oh, I don't even know about this. I wasn't even looking forward to it. I don't know what he's got in store for us. I don't know anything about this one. Very apprehensive. But there he is now. Ross Wilcock with his guitar case. Doesn't have a guitar in it. He just uses that to carry his meal deal from Tesco. Ross, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm fucking ready to fucking sing.
Right, great. Stage is yours. Live studio audience this week, Ross, so don't get annoyed or stressed out.
Yeah, I'm a fucking rock star. Why the fuck would I do that? You know what I mean? Fucking hell.
Right, I guess take it away, Ross.
Let's hear what you've got for us.
Let me just fucking get the fucking boots on. Because I've got these new boots I got from, like, Tesco. Because, like, fucking, like, performance and that. You know what I mean? Costume and that. You know what I mean? Right, let's fucking start it then.
Whoa, wait a minute, Ross, you can't say that. Not when we've got George slaving away making us pancakes.
Ross, what are you doing?
You can't say that, Ross. I mean, George will be up here any moment with the pancakes.
Oh, I have a big surprise for all of you. I have pancakes for you.
Oh, oh shit, oh.
You disrespectful little rat. I'm going to cook you, you stupid bitch. Oh, wait a minute. No.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. And they're, oh, fucking hell, he's dragging him over the balcony by his shirt.
Help! You little bitch! Oh no! Don't you know that you need to respect your black elders, you silly bitch? You racist piece of shit. The Black Lives Matter.
Well, he has left some rather delicious-looking pancakes here, not burnt this time.
Yeah, these look quite proper, actually, so I'm very surprised. He did deliver on his promise there.
The standards this week have been great, in the food, in the guests, and in everything, so, yeah. Thank you all very much for listening, I guess.
This has been a very exciting show, and tune in to our next podcast where we shall hopefully be listening to another interesting conversation from Ashley McGee.
And also, we will be interviewing a real-life monkey.
So stay tuned.
Goodbye.